Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's of course your friend and host and player two in this game called Life Shanghai 20. We're getting into a little discussion I wanted to have. I just checked it out. I don't know if you guys seen anything about it. This game that actually has been like something of an addiction to me. Omega Strikers. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to have a little talk. I mean, we're not going to go into big details about anything or anything like that because you can absolutely go to their page or I guess their Twitter. I don't know. I don't have Twitter or any of that shit, but I just want to talk about it for a little bit because they just came out with an announcement that if you see at the top, November the 3rd, they came out with the announcement that like they're kind of pivoting away from Omega Strikers. And honestly, the way the message felt, it felt like it was like a goodbye letter to the fans. And honestly, as a person who was literally one of those people who like played Omega Strikers from like the beginning. Like where is the Omega Strikers? I mean, yeah, I have like 82 hours into it. I mean, I played a bunch of it for a long time. And I even like the new striker. Now I know I'm saying it wrong because I'm an idiot. But I've been actually having I had a lot of fun playing this game. So it was really disappointing to hear. But from what we hear, so if you guys don't know, Omega Strikers is basically, and it's actually one of the funner games to try to explain. It's like table hockey mixed with anime, mixed with MOBA, mixed with mixed with like over the top like kind of like hero shooter kind of things to it. So like it's basically like ice hockey on anime, which is such an amazing idea. I don't know any other game that's quite been like that before. Like that's what actually drew me to it because the action was very quick and fast paced, mixed with this really cool element of 3 on 3, mixed with the really great animation style of the characters, and like they actually kind of shined. Like I felt that the actual characters kind of like felt good to play and they had their own personalities and stuff. So like that's very rare now. Like, you know, a new IP that's come out that's actually from a newer studio and come up with this really fresh, fun idea. I mean, I was hooked. I streamed it on this channel multiple times. I still will because well, that's the good part. They said if you guys want to see, look down here. It said by the end of the year, Odyssey team is pivoting to work on new games that's set in the Omega Strikers universe. From what I was reading and what I can see in this video, they said they couldn't the money of the everything was costing more than what the game was giving out, which is incredibly disappointing to hear. But you know, even as a person, a small nothing of a creator like me on YouTube will tell you that, you know what I mean, keeping interest and keeping people involved or wanting to be involved in your projects and your games and stuff is not an easy prospect. It is absolutely not. And to think a game with this much personality, this much like the music, oh my god, the music in this game is amazing. A lot of the music was done by the dude who did the music for No Straight Roads, which is another game that I fucking love, and the soundtrack's amazing. Um, but like this game that has so much personality and so much fun, like low barrier of entry in terms of gameplay into high skill level, which is something that a lot of games try to aim for but don't pull it off. This game pulled it off in spades. I this was a really great game, and to hear that they couldn't get enough people to actually like play it is a damn shame. Um, and they said that the servers will stay on. If you see here, the servers for Omega Strikers will stay on and will continue to release balance updates. But for the foreseeable future, we're also planning to polish up the custom game tools and ship some of the other quality of life updates before the end of the year. But after this year, there won't be any new skins, maps, strikers, awakenings, or striker passes. So, I mean, that honestly, that's the part where it's going. Like, how long are they gonna keep this game up before they completely just drop it? Because if you're not gonna sell anything more for the game. how much are you gonna support? How much is support is gonna get, and how long? I mean, they say they're gonna keep it up for the foreseeable future, but how long is that? No one's gonna if you're not getting extra revenue on top of what you're doing. I mean, keeping the doors open is gonna be tough. I mean, these dudes that actually, I guess these are the creators of the games. These dudes actually, I actually felt pretty bad watching this video. They actually felt like they had some kind of passion for it, which is another really damn shame. It said any purchase you made in Omega Strikers will carry over as premium currency granted to you in the next game. Now, see, this is the problem I have. I feel that Omega Strikers was an amazing game. Not only was it an amazing game, but it had um, a really great progression loop. It felt every time they added more stuff to the game, it felt like a great step in the right direction. When it like there was a big problem when I first played when it was literally like, it's 3-on-3 and someone leaves. Now you're 2-on-3 and it's unbearable. And they didn't have a forfeit button. I was like, how could this game not have a forfeit button? Patch down the road, there's your forfeit button. So like, I feel like even as a developer, I felt they had a really great time like listening. But back to what I was saying is that like, if they couldn't get an idea in a world off the ground like this, how are they going to try to make games in this universe and expect to have a better result in it? I mean, what character would you want to see in another game? I mean, I love Asher. I love Asher and Juliet and like some of those characters. I think they're really cool. I like the demon twins. I thought they're cool too. But what kind of game can you see those characters in? Like, and they're not like they've established themselves in Omega Strikers. So if a game that they feel wasn't really working and trying to build inside that universe, it just feels weird to me. Like, I mean, you should either like double down on trying to do stuff with Omega Strikers or kind of just move on from it altogether. I mean, I would love for Omega Strikers to still be a thing and to be big, to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But if it isn't for like underground stuff going on, or the underground swell of the community to grow to get it bigger enough for them to want to do something with it, I think this is probably going to be like the end of like that shit. I mean, like these dudes definitely like kind of poured their heart out into this and talked about their dev teams and what they were doing, which again, I commend these guys for making something like this. And it's a shame like when big companies like Bethesda can shit out things like fucking Starfield, half baked and half cocked and full of this stuff that took hundreds of thousands of dollars to create. We're a team that half that size. I think they said they're like 40 people over there at Odyssey. Literally, like made this amazing game that's super hyper competitive that could have turned into something greater or more if it would have got the chance. And I think for me personally, I felt maybe promotional wise was probably the not very good. I know so many people that when I was streaming Omega Strikers didn't even really know what Omega Strikers was. Never have heard of it, but that's not new for me. You know what I mean? I play games all the time. I play so many different games that people are always wondering, hey, what kind of game is that? What are you playing? Like, what is that? What is that game? And I mean, it was fun explaining this kind of game to people. Like, it was really good. Like, even the art style of this game was pretty damn amazing. I enjoyed Omega Strikers quite a lot, and I feel sad that this is happening to it. Like, I mean, where can I see? Do I have any pictures when I have like my thingy? Like, I have like again, like I said, I was one of the beta players in this game. I mean, I felt that like this game had really great style and potential. So to see it go out like this is actually pretty bad. But again, it's not out yet. It's not going yet. They actually are absolutely see beta season striker. Like I've been around for a little bit playing this, but I mean they're not going yet. They're still gonna keep the servers up and stuff like that. Still doing balance patches for as long as they are. But it feels like this game is kind of winding down. You know what I mean? Which is again a fucking shame. Like the art style and everything was just amazing in this game, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a few minutes and talk about how how good it was. Um, and they even came again. They just dropped a new character maybe a week or two ago. Like, I mean, was that the last ditch effort? Maybe try to get people pulled into the game. Maybe showing some new characters, stuff like that. But nah, it's a shame. And again, when there's companies that are blatantly lying to people, blatantly trying to steal their money, Ubisoft and or Activision Blizzard, all these gross companies and stuff, where all that is going on, and they're firing people left, right, and center, and making boatloads of money for basically, you know, old games, still pushing people's down, pushing it down our throat. Here was a game that had a lot of originality, a lot of flair, a lot of style, and a great fresh idea. And it didn't do what we all hoped that would happen to games like that and to studios with that kind of passion. So, it sucks. And I just wanted to come and give my 2 cents. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I had to get it off my chest because it felt bad, and I wanted to talk about it. If you guys like my content, which I really hope you do, I'm a daily streamer. I stream on YouTube and Twitch every day. Please don't forget to hit that follow button, that sub button, that subscribe button. We hit really close to 1,000 subs on YouTube and 500 on followers on Twitch, and it would it'd mean the world to me to grow the channel. So yeah, guys, take care. Bye bye. See ya.